Know anybody?
All right. Hey.
I'm going to meet my friend Laura. She's with Right to Survive.
Hi. Hello.
And they're organizing to get the right to shelter.
Hi.
Dave.
Hi, Dave. They're organizing for what?
For the right to shelter, the right to sustainable living, the right to sit and lie, the right to safety, and particularly Laura's been talking to the press recently about some rapes that happen. Actually, you should talk to her about it because she has some personal experience that is really powerful about how it is to be a woman on the streets, and she's been a really intense organizer in our community, in the homeless community. She's been a really great organizer. So if you would like to talk to anybody, I think you're the best spokesperson, actually.
So you doing a little organizing on these issues right now, or trying to get some attention brought to it?
Yeah, definitely, because recently there's been 3 women raped in the St. Francis area, and there's also word that there's women that have been raped over the Northwest area in bus stops, people trying to sleep at night, and sometimes you can't find people to sleep with, so as a woman you sleep alone, especially if you're clean or sober, or you broke up with your boyfriend, or you're new in town. I've slept by myself many times. It's not always easy to access the shelters. When I came through town last time, I was trying to get into a domestic violence shelter. They were all closed. I went up to Seattle. It took me 2 days to get into a domestic violence shelter. I spent those 2 days on the street by myself in a strange city. So we're just trying to help people be aware that right now it's a state of emergency on the streets for women. We're afraid and we need some help. We have people going out and doing street patrols. We're giving out whistles to the women, so if something does happen, they can blow a whistle. We're educating the people who are on the streets. If you hear a whistle, go to the whistle. Go and help that woman. There's people that are on the streets right now opening up their camps to any women that need a safe place to stay. We would like a piece of land where we can put like a triage center right now, where we can put tents up, where we can have women come if they need to have a safe place to stay, if they're afraid, if anything happened to them, that we will not call the cops. We will not force them to talk to the cops if they don't want to, because the cops end up usually re-victimizing the women and making it worse for them. And this is what we have to do. We're not having our needs met, so we're going to have to take it into our own hands and try to get what we need to survive.
If you were going to suggest that people maybe walk around, just keep their eye out around St. Francis a little bit. And
St. Francis from Hawthorne to Sandy Boulevard down to the waterfront.
Okay. Well, thanks for what you're doing.
And if you hear a whistle, go to the whistle.
Okay.
Yep.
I will.
Yep.
Well, good luck and thank you.
Thank you.
Because this is an emergency. It's an undeclared emergency out there. As I view it, Joe, it's bad enough government isn't scraping together what they can to provide shelter and jobs for people, because there's a lot of idle lands and vacant public buildings and all kinds of resources. They could come up with some jobs programs.
Sure could.
Even if it's just room, board, and a stipend. They can afford that. But they're all about high-dollar projects for housing, scratching the backs of developers. It's really very political. And they're putting off the lifting of the camping ban or its modification. It totally rips the mask off of them as far as I'm concerned. They don't care. This is really a very corrupt situation with the Ending Homelessness Initiative. One of the things that they do is it's kind of a window dressing sort of, they lull people into this false sense of security that it's being taken care of.
We're doing something for it. We're on it. We're covering it as best we can.
As if. And all the city council people say, oh, that's Nick Fish's issue, and they defer any and all issues having to do with even stuff as dangerous as women getting raped. They send them to Nick Fish, and Nick Fish is an expert already in the short time that he's been there at introducing them to a staffer, pretending to be all interested, and then they're shown the door, and then there isn't any follow-up. They're experts at this, and it's a false sense of security that they're giving people. That's why last Thursday we went to the County Board of Commissioners. We didn't go to the City Council. And Laura and Trillium and Julie all told them about these sexual assaults, and they're a lot more reachable. The county is really more sensitive. You can go there any Thursday morning at 9:15 a.m. if they've got session, sign up and speak right then and there. It's not like where they put you off for a month, in the City Council.
A little hard working with bureaucracy, but this group, especially the people who are actually living on the streets, have been really good about going to the bureaucrats, going to the city commissioners, the county commissioners.
Wow.
Because the homeless community themselves have the solutions. So they're not even needing someone to give them the solutions. They've just been saying, like, here, these are all these options that will actually work. and it's been a long process.
Yeah, it turns real slow.
Can you actually, we would love to get the contact information out. I think Laura said she forgot to tell you the contact information. If you could put that on, if you're going to upload this on YouTube or whatever.
Yeah, you bet. Yeah. So tell me a little bit about it.
Our email address is r2s, the letter 2, r2spdx at gmail, at gmail.com. So r2, number 2s at gmail.com, and our blogspot is Right to Survive. So you spell out right with the number 2 survive at .blogspot.com.
Or WordPress.com.
Okay.
You also can find us on Facebook at Right to Survive.
Okay. Yeah, I'll put the